Hey guys, I'm back again with a little update. As you can tell by the title, Project Trailcat got a name and a front body mount finally. What I thought was going to be so complicated, it turned out to be easier than the rear body mount, just because I was looking at something and it clicked in my head that, hey, that might actually work. And when I lined it up on my chassis rails, it bolted right to it directly. I didn't have to modify anything. And there was a lift kit for an Axial SCX10 that I just took off my deadbolt because it sucked using it as a lift kit and made my truck flip over too easy and climb like shit. So it was just money laying around, not getting used at all. So then I wound up putting her on my Red Cat Everest 10 scale rig. Now, I've got a couple pictures here I'll go through with you. One is the body lift in case you're not familiar with what they look like. They're just a real simple piece of aluminum to either raise or lower your shock mount. A couple pieces of that angle aluminum that I cut off. Drilled 3 holes in each one. Really, it was super simple the way it worked out. Then my shock mounts, the upper front shock mounts I had to change around again. I had it kind of the way I liked it, but nothing's ever set in stone with me. Anything is subject to change. I had to change my little aluminum spacers from K&K Racing. I'm really glad I bought those things. I bought an assortment of them. You might have saw them in a previous video. I've used them in almost everything I work on now. It's just having them. It's just one of those things. It's good to have a bunch of them. So now, by the way, the wheelbase looks a little fucked up right now. It'll look a lot better when the body's tightened up. It'll draw the cab back a little bit. But that's a pretty good feeling being able to pick that up that way. We're not too far off. I've got some polycarbonate stuff for my battery tray. I'm going to get Viterra front bumper and put on there. I think that's going to be an easy fab right to the frame rails too. I'm hoping. I don't think I'm going to bother with the back bumper. There's really no point in it with the way the back of this truck is. I kind of like how the body is a little off-centered on the chassis. As you can see, my motor and transmission is back just underneath the cage a little bit towards the back. So I got lots of room up front for my battery. And when you're dropping this thing off an obstacle, it's not going to catch on shit because the tires are the furthest back point on this truck. And that is one of the big hang-ups with a scalar truck usually is the body hangs up on every fucking thing when you're dropping off from it. And the front is fairly close. I don't think the front bumper is going to hit on much either. I might have to trim the front bumper because it's going to be in there pretty close to my front tires. My next project is that battery tray, and if that goes like the rest of this is gone, I think I'm going to fab up a plate and I'm going to chassis mount my servo too. I got an idea for one of the bent links I took off the front end. I just have to see about drilling and tapping one end of it after I cut it off. And I think I can get away with a servo mounted to the chassis in this truck. That's it for right now. I just wanted to update something. I've been out in the fucking cold, shoveling snow. That's my new hobby. As you saw from my last video, we got 3 foot of snow last week. So, I haven't been able to do much else, but I finally trudged down through the snow last night and did that front body mount. Really happy with how it turned out. Stay tuned.